Hi, welcome to SBR Sports Picks. I'm Peter Loshak. He's Mike Brenner. We are the odds couple. It's Thursday, October 13th in college football week 7, and this is a Thursday picks update. Mike Brenner, I got some more picks.
I figured you would, Pistol. That doesn't surprise me.
I've already got like 20 picks, but I mean, this is what we do. What am I going to like not? If I have 50 picks one week, I'm going to give all 50, right?
I'll
Why
never
not?
forget
Should I
NBA's
not give 50 picks
Why
if
not?
I got them?
Hey, NBA season,
Yeah.
you were trying to get back up to 500. The last day, he's had 18 picks. Remember that?
Yeah,
But-
every time I do this, I wind up going like 50-50. But I think
there's a couple Twitter followers that totally agreed that when I said, you can't stop them,
Yes.
you can only hope to contain them. That's you, Pistol
Look,
Pete.
I'm feeling good about these picks. I'm going to add
You
a
should.
bunch
Look
more
what you
now.
did last week.
Yeah,
Again.
exactly.
All right?
Do you have any picks you're going to add right
do.
now? Or you do? Okay. First thing let's talk about, which isn't a pick. We both said we liked Louisville on the first half. And in the shows, I said, in my notes, I said, if it's 21 or under, I'm loving it.
Yep,
And it's
it's
21 and a
21
half.
I
So
saw that.
how do you feel about that, Mike
Ain't
Brennan?
no buying a half
Really?
point down in the first half. No,
Do you don't
it's-
matter? Doesn't matter to you?
I really, this is a tough one because I promise you, I thought it was going to be about 19 or 20.
Yeah.
And 21 and a half lets me know that they know something.
Yeah,
So you know
yeah.
what? I like it. I'm going to
Yeah.
think a 24-point or more at halftime. I'm sticking with it.
All right,
Pistol.
and then you also took the Houston first half. The full game line on that one is 21. The first half is 13. That's
I know,
okay for
and
you.
I love that, and that is official. I
All
love
right.
it. Houston's got every reason. They're pissed off. Look out.
All right, so let me go over what I did yesterday with no baseball or anything in handicap. I crunched some more college football.
you were in heaven
I'm going to
yesterday. You
add.
had all
I'm
kinds
going
of
to add.
crunch time.
I gave Oregon State under on the full game a few days ago. It's gone down, and I'm going to give the first half under. I just
Okay.
think it's got underwritten all
Wow.
over it.
Wow.
Oregon State has a very one-dimensional offense, and Utah's going to be able to hold them down.
Yep.
Then this is another one I'm going to give: Northwestern and Michigan State. Right?
I know where you're
Everyone's-
going
You know
this.
where I'm going with this one. I'm going with the first half under on that one.
Okay. I
What
thought
do you
you'd
think?
be going the side because Northwestern 6-0 against the spread
Yeah.
the last 6 times they faced this absolutely
Yes.
a mess team.
And they're off a bye. I'm definitely leaning actually
Whoa,
Northwestern.
yeah. I think they get the outright maybe.
Yeah, that's possible. I'm definitely leaning Northwestern.
I'm so damn pissed at Michigan State, Pete. I want to go up there and just start, just start kicking some ass or something.
Yeah, I mean, who knows? I mean, they still have talent on the roster, but I'm definitely leaning Michigan State. The pick I'm going to give though is going to be the first half under. I think
Why
they're gonna
is
do-
that, though? What do you-
Well, Michigan State is going to. I mean, they're in complete disarray at quarterback, right?
they are.
So what they're going to do is they're going to try to grind things out with the running game and just clamp down on defense as much as they can. And Northwestern, they did have that weird game against Iowa where it went to 68, but in general, they're a team that's obviously run and defense oriented as well. So
Okay.
I'm going to take the first half under on that one.
I like
then,
it.
I gave Purdue on the full game spread, right? And I've looked into it a little bit more. I haven't seen anything to push me off it. So I'm going to give Purdue on the first half +7. Kind of a
okay.
double up play there, but I'm
no.
liking it.
Yeah.
And then here's another game. And then, okay, one other game I'm going to give is another under is going to be Colorado State Boise. Boise's a huge favorite. The first half might go over, but I think if they get a big lead, the second half will be low scoring. It's a high total, about 60, so I'm going to give the under on that one. Colorado State and Boise.
Yeah, I think you're right about Boise. I think they'll
Yeah.
just try to pad a lead and then kind of take
Yeah.
it because they're in a growing mode, and that's how usually teams that are growing like that, second half, they don't know how to keep the pedal to the metal. I like that call.
And
Pete.
then one more, it's just, I was on the fence about this one just because it's such a no-brainer, but it's one of these like no-brainer overs that I've been giving with Jeff from BMOCwins.com. They've been cashing, maybe you know what it is, West Virginia and Texas Tech.
I know you're
I'm going to
talking
give the
about.
first half over, which is 42. I might give the full game over tomorrow, which is at 83.
I think that's
but,
going to be a good game. West
yeah.
Virginia might have their hands full there, buddy.
Yeah, they might, and one way or another. I mean, I just
You're thinking
I'm
a
gonna
shootout.
Yeah, I mean, it's like it's one of those games where you're like, well, maybe it's a trap, and it's not going because last year's game when they played went to 57.
Yeah.
It wasn't a shootout, but this year, I mean, we're seeing what West Virginia is doing, and I have a feeling it's going to be like 14-14 with 3 minutes to go in the first quarter, and just like.
And another
way
thing,
over,
West
yeah.
Virginia really wants to prove a point because of their ranking. So obviously, offense and style points.
All right, so those are the picks I'm adding now. Now we'll get to your pick in a second.
Sure,
there's
no,
one
take
game.
your time.
I don't know. This is just an interesting game that I'm thinking of pulling a poll that I gave already, and I'm thinking of adding a side. It's the Nebraska-Indiana game. Now I gave the over, but Nebraska has a ton of injuries on
Yeah, they
offense.
do.
They really do.
I was
And
looking at the side in that game, and they do have a ton of injuries.
And Indiana's defense is better than it's been in recent years. So I'm not so sure I'm liking the over. The line has gone up. I think I might pull it, and I'm also leaning Indiana, although Nebraska is off a bye.
My friend of
What's your take on this one?
my friend of mine who's told me, he's like, hey, jump on Indiana,
Yeah.
jump on Indiana. He's the one who told me that Nebraska has a bunch of injuries, so I started looking
But
into
he's
it.
probably also the same guy who told you to take
No, it's-
Syracuse against Notre Dame.
No,
Is that the same guy?
No, and it's not the guy that told me to fade that Chris Sale either. All right, this is a football guy from
Okay.
he's very good at what he does.
Okay.
too, actually, he's not a professional. He likes, but he just said, "Hey, I'm telling you, jump on it."
Yeah. All right, so I'm going to think about what I'm going to do with that game. But let's get to your pick updates, Mike. Brenner.
Well, first of all, I was looking today at a line: Washington State minus
Oh.
7 over UCLA. This is the same team that Troy West told me and Pete. This is the worst team in college football, literally for FBS, and he meant it. He wasn't kidding. Troy, did you stumble? Did you fall? Did you bust your head open? Are you kidding me? UCLA's getting 7. All right, and
I
that's
think the worst teams in Miami, Ohio, Idaho, and Washington State. The three
you
worst
know-
teams in college football, in my opinion.
Yeah, there you go, Pistol Pete. And again, with all due respect to Troy, we're just having a
Let's
little
throw
fun.
Alabama
But
in
here's
there
the
with
deal:
that.
this is the perfect scenario. This is a Washington Cougar fan, all right? Washington Husky fan. He can't stand the Washington State Cougars because that's absolute rivalry. So he's absolutely speaking with his heart. He should know better. But we're going to win that bet.
Well, I gave that one at minus 4.5 in
I know.
the Monday
And
show.
look what it is.
Are
Yeah.
you going on it, Mike Brenner?
I might.
You might. All right, you're going to think about it. All
But
right.
I got one I got to
Okay, let's
throw
hear
on
your
here.
pick.
I mean it, and I feel really good about my picks this week. I'm throwing on Texas in the first half. I'm not a Charlie Strong guy now. It's not even a hot seat anymore because he had to stand up. It's time to head out at the end of the year. That loss last week against Oklahoma, be it close or not, whatever, that was it. That was the turning point for him. But, all right, his players will absolutely show up against a lousy Iowa State team.
man.
All right, bottom line, Iowa State is not going to be prepared for this. And the first half, Pistol Pete, I know
Minus
you
7.
can. It's minus 7. All right, the players are going to at least just say, "God bless America." No, not for real. And they got to come out. They got to come out with some momentum. They're at home, and man, I think this is my no-brainer.
Yeah, I mean, based on talent, it's got to be, right? Texas
exactly.
minus 7 in the first half.
And Charlie Strong, they say, has a great attitude this week, and he knows he's heading out the door. So I like the guy. He is a good coach. He's in the wrong spot. Defense steps up finally because that's what he's there for, and the offense will get it done. I like it.
All right, Mike Brenner, is that it for you?
That's all I'm adding, Pistol Pete.
All
Yeah.
right. I will add Indiana. I'm going to add
here
them
we
at
go.
plus 3.5.
Okay.
The total, I'm still going to wait and think
Okay.
about. I'm on the over. And then there's one more pick that I'm going to add that I didn't that I forgot to mention here.
That'll
and
bring
that's
you up
gonna
to about
be
37
yeah,
for the
yeah.
week.
That's going to be I'm going to take Arkansas plus 7.5 against Ole Miss. I know Ole Miss is off a bye.
Yeah.
I know that they've got a huge passing game. I
Do you
looked
think
at the
Arkansas,
numbers.
though? Because look what happened.
I know they're off of the Alabama game.
Ooh.
I know all that. It's a tough spot. Look, if it's just one pick.
I know.
Right?
Of course.
If it
No, you
loses,
might
I got
be right.
38 other picks that could be winners, but
you
I'm
could be
I'm
right.
gonna throw that on Arkansas plus 7.5.
And another
Throwing
thing
that
I
on.
read that Old Miss during their, because this again, this coming off a bye week. All right, they did not look good in practice from what I heard. They had some issues. So Arkansas may be this. Someone's going to pay for this shit game. So Pistol
it's
Pete,
just-
you might be
it's-
right.
It's a big road spread there,
Yeah.
and the numbers that I've seen say that the line
Okay,
is too big.
I'll
So-
be pulling for you.
All right, thanks very much, Mike Brenner. I appreciate
Absolutely,
it.
buddy.
Is that it for our Thursday picks update college football?
That's it. But tomorrow, tune
Yeah.
in because guess what? Tomorrow we wrap it up with all of our picks for college, NFL, the whole 9 yards. We're the odds couple, and we're coming to you.
Do your research before you bet. Check out our ratings guide to see which books have the best ratings and sign-up bonuses. Open up several accounts and shop for lines at sbrodds.com. Always be ahead of the game.